All right, everybody, coming Saturday, February 11th, marks the 8th annual Bradenton Area River Regatta. We're excited and delighted to be in this beautiful Manatee County once again, and it's great to be in the city of Bradenton and Palmetto right across the majestic Manatee River. Ladies and gentlemen, to kick things off, Bradenton's favorite son, a tremendous entrepreneur, and an executive member of the Regatta Advisory Committee. Welcome Bayshore's drumline. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hugh Miller.
All right. Wow. Great job, everybody. That was really nice, huh? Well, welcome to Pier 22 on the beautiful Manatee River. What a spectacular day. 74 degrees, 80 for the high, sunshine, our typical winter day, right? Fantastic. Well, to all our friends up north, I think they may be a little jealous right now. Well, it's exciting to be kicking off the 8th year of the River Regatta. And like my good buddy Mike Feshko there likes to say, it's like a fine wine, gets better with time. I want to hit a couple highlights. We generate over $10 million annually is the economic impact of this event. With 100,000 spectators, it's Manatee County's largest signature event. And it's the largest inland powerboat race in all of North America. Quite a feat right here in Bradenton, Florida, right? It's truly a celebration of the cities bringing Palmetto, Bradenton, Manatee County together in concert to create such an incredible event. You know, it's a lot of work by a lot of people, and it's great to see that collaborative efforts together. You know, the regatta is packed with great food, powerboats, flyboarders, concerts, frisbee dogs, kids zones, the Pirates, the Bradenton Marauders, and new this year, drones. Hundreds of drones. So that's going to be really exciting. So the folks that will be following today will be able to update us on all the fun activities and stuff that's happening. And as your host and a proud partner, the one thing that I'd like to add is, you got a regatta. So let's have some fun today and look forward to a nice lunch afterwards. Great to have all you here.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Stay
Mike.
right here. This time we want to bring in the honorable mayors, the mayor of Palmetto. Please come on up. Shirley, Groover, Bryant, and the mayor of Bradenton, Gene Brown. Love to see both of you. Good to see you again. I've been freezing up north. I'm here. And Elliot Falcione from the Bradenton CVB. These are all the folks that get behind this civically and make it happen.
Good morning, Mayor.
Please, mayor's first.
Ladies first.
Once again, we have an exciting weekend ahead of us. The best ingredients are coming together, and naturally the first one of those is the weather. All the entertainment, the performers on both sides of the river, we're joining together and we're really planning on a great event. There's been planning throughout the year. Don't let anybody kid you. All the hours that have been spent by all of the staff, both county and cities, to make this day really, really great. So we hope that everybody will come out, encourage your friends. There's entertainment on both sides. There's kids zones, as was stated before. Great food. So don't be hanging at home. Come out and enjoy the regatta. And I'm so looking forward to the drones because that's going to be a unique twist this year. So that will be exciting all on its own. So as we have to say, you got a regatta.
Thank you, Mayor Bryant. And I just want to thank our council. One person's here, Councilwoman Barnaby. We have Mayor Poston is in the audience. He doesn't come to much, but I think this is probably one of his favorite things in the city. So we're glad you're here, and just you're out of other people here. And one of the things that from day one, that this has been such a great event and really bringing a lot of press and positive to our city, both cities, the county. And without, obviously, I know the county commissioners had meetings today, but without them being involved through the TDC, without both councils working together, the collaboration that's so important. And one of the most important things, when I got here earlier, there's probably at least 50 plus people sitting in there. And when you look around that do all the work, whether it's through our public works, whether it's through our police and fire, whether it's through administration, whether it's through just everything that's out there that has to work all year long and get this done. So it's not just one day and done. It's really a great event. We're really thankful for everybody. And if you haven't been before, you better get here. And one of the things I remember on the first one, my grandson was 4. He'll be 13 next week, and he is so excited. He, even at 13, to come, and he's been to every one of them, and we've enjoyed them, and we're going to continue to grow this thing, and we just really appreciate what everyone in this area does to keep it going. And you got a regatta. Thank you.
You know what's interesting? I was going to say things that they just said, so now I got to rewire my brain. There's one thing about bringing new dollars into the urban core. There's a whole nother dynamic of bringing people to the urban core. This is a special place. This is our future. When the media asks me, where is our future in tourism? It is right here, the urban core redevelopment in Palmetto and Bradenton. And if we can bring people in the region and expose them to all these unique amenities, guess what? They'll come back again and spend money again. Very, very important. Second, like Mayor Braun said, the cooperation between the cities and the county and the public safety officials. This is not an easy event to put together, but I call it an exercise that will springboard both cities and the county to do other redevelopment efforts, events in the future that'll help expedite this redevelopment process. So enjoy the weekend. It's great to see everybody. And wherever Fetchco is, 8 years, my gosh, we're growing old together. Thank you so much.
Stay here just one more second. This is a fantastic partner, has been with us every year. She's got an appointment she has to run to in the water. Ladies and gentlemen, the world champion flyboarder. You never get to hear her, Kristen Smoyer.
Good to see you.
Is everybody really excited? No offense to any other police department, but it's my favorite chief excited. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm so excited to be here. This year we're bringing the flyboarder, we're bringing the jetpacker, but we have a special surprise. Chris Ineski, he's actually a stand-up freestyle jet skier, one of the best in the world. And he's super dreamy, so you might want to take some pictures of him. But he's going to be there. We're going to have a really great event. I fly all over the world. This is one of my favorite events that I do. I love the community. I love the support. It's so much fun. So thank you guys so much for having me back again. And I don't know if you've heard this yet, but you got a regatta. Thanks, guys. I got to go. I'll be back.
You'll see Kristen in the air in just about 15 minutes. She's heading to her jet ski. Mayors, thank you. Elliot, thank you. We're going to keep it rolling. I'll let you get off the stage.
Thanks.
Mayor Brown looking good in that black shirt. You're looking good, Gene. DeSoto, so nice to have you guys here every year with us. A round of applause for DeSoto Historical Society. DeSoto at early in the morning Saturday, and I'm sure it's on your website, but anybody in the media can ask them about. They kick the day off with the little anglers, and they give them a free fishing pole and rod, and even big kids like Wayne Poston and I could go out there and fish, Wayne. But I got to do one quick thing. I see my good friend, the mayor, Wayne Poston. He met with Elliot and myself many years ago, exactly 10 years ago, and said, hey, you do this thing in Pittsburgh, could you bring it south to the Riverwalk I'm building? And we said, listen, it's beautiful Riverwalk, but we think we're going to draw 50,000 people. It's not going to accommodate the crowd. And the Pirates had me down here meeting with them, Craig. You should know that, because the Pirates in Pittsburgh, they're our partners on many things, and this is their winter home. So I came down, met Elliot, who's a big Pittsburgher, met the mayor, Post, and Wayne was fantastic. But my out was, it's not going to work. You got to close that green bridge. I knew it was a state bridge. I know you can't close a state bridge. By the time I got to Tampa International, my cell phone went off and it was Wayne Poston. I talked to the governor. We could close that bridge. I felt like I was in a cartoon. I was sucked right back in. It took us 2 years to get it off the ground, just permitting and finding corporate partners, Firkins and Manatee Memorial Hospital and so many others. My first formal meeting with Wayne, you remember this, Wayne? It was like a congressional hearing. In all due respect, because they're friends now, but Florida Fish and Wildlife, Coast Guard, you name it. I walked in, there were 60 people on one side of the room, and Wayne and I on the other side. And the first question was, after we did a little presentation about what we do in Pittsburgh, the question was, what do you do to protect the marine life in the three rivers of Pittsburgh? And I looked at them and said, we don't do anything. Nothing lives in the three rivers. That was the wrong answer. Nobody laughed. And my partner, Michael Dongili, and I rolled up our sleeves and said, we got to get this done. Now I'm a full-time resident here, although I travel a lot. We love it. Elliot spoke to what it's about, drawing people to these beautiful cities and shorelines. I want to introduce really quickly the presenting sponsor. Without them, without so many of you, all of you, it doesn't happen. He is the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mark Kaufman of LECOM.
Thank you, Mike. LECOM is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Bradenton Area River Regatta. It's a family-friendly, free, quality-of-life event for all residents in the region. LECOM, the Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, is the largest and most applied to medical school and the only osteopathic academic health system in the nation. Quite a statement. So we will see you all Saturday. Please stop by our tent, and because you got a regatta.
That's it.
All right.
We love LECOM, but you should know they didn't accept my application for med school. I just don't get it. Yeah. Quickly, we want to bring up the people that really, truly, it's all about safety, right? It's about public safety with the great people of Bradenton Police Department and Palmetto PD and Manatee County Sheriff and others, just for all the spectators. But there's a huge effort that goes into protecting what you have here, which is true marine life living in this beautiful Manatee River. A lot of effort goes against that. Caleb Grimes, and who leads Grimes and Galvano's efforts for us in permitting, and Becky Sindrich, who's our marine observer. Come on up quickly and tell them how buttoned up we are.
Been meaning to do that for years.
There we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Kyle Grimes, and I'm with the law firm of Grimes Galvano. This is Becky Sinrich, our environmental consultant here. And we've been working with Mike and his team for many years on this regatta to put on such a fun event. And it's been really a joy to see how much goes on behind the scenes to ensure that we have not just a fun event, but a safe event. And our firm's primary role in working with Becky is to work with the various state and federal agencies to ensure that we have all the proper permitting for the event, which assure the safety of not just the participants and spectators, but as Mike said, all of the environmental species that call the Manatee River home. And so I would like to just take a quick opportunity to thank the U.S. Coast Guard, who we work very carefully with, been a joy to work with them over the years, as well as all of the state and federal environmental review agencies that ensure that Becky puts together a really extensive environmental watch plan to make sure that none of the species that call the Manatee River home are harmed during the event. Becky?
Oh, okay. I guess I better turn it this way a bit. Hi, I'm Becky Sinreich. Just call me Becky. No one can pronounce my last name. And I lead a team of trained marine observers. We're going to watch out for manatees, dolphins, typically sea turtles, but not in this area so much. And just make sure there are none in the area before any high-speed activity occurs. And we work closely with race control, and they're really great with us. They'll just wait a few minutes to let the animals pass through and just keep everybody safe and happy and keep this area beautiful. So I want to thank everyone for helping Coast Guard, the mayors of both cities, especially Mayor Brown, for giving us a very special watch location this year. And Mike and Michael, and you're just all awesome. I'm a little dysfunctional this morning. I have a wonderful environmental brochure that is also an area guide, and I gave them all out before getting up here. So I also poured my morning milk into my cookie jar instead of the blender. It's one of those days. So, but if you want one, I will get those out and get those passed out to y'all. And thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Becky, and for all you do. And Kyle, all your extra efforts this year with the tall boats, with the sky bridges, all the new measures. We're just going to have one helicopter here this year, folks, and it's going to do flying between about 9 and 10 with Becky. That decision was made because while we love the helicopters, it was a little bit of a noise pollution for all the residents on the Riverwalk. And thank you, Becky, for working out a great watch plan for us with Kyle and all his good folks over there at Grimes and Galvano. Music, very quickly on music. Del Couch, get ready to get up here. Get up here, Del. Music, concert stages, both sides of the river, featuring national tribute bands to Santana, Bon Jovi, Journey, Van Halen, Fleetwood Mac, just to name a few. And also in Palmetto, where we do country and country rock, the return of Soul Circus Cowboys as a headliner, and a co-headliner, Andy Purcell. And we will also have, as we do every year, the gifted students of the Del Couch Foundation performing in between these bands. Del Couch, you have I think a quick story you want to make about Andy Purcell.
Yeah. What's overlooked here is the educational factor of this regatta. We've had over 50 students perform over these years at the regatta, and a lot of them got their start. Andy Purcell, 3-4 years ago, was an opening act with his guitar at 10 o'clock in the morning. This year he's a co-headliner and has signed a national deal, getting ready to release a new album in Nashville. And second, Bella Garland, who was also played her piano on the Bradenton stage 2 years ago, last year had a duet with Sam Wolf. She is working on a national deal, and it's all because of the regatta. Pittsburgh, the people from Pittsburgh, Elliot, heard Bella Garland sing, and she wrote an original song for Jane Seymour and performed it at an event in Pittsburgh in front of the audience, including the Jacksons, the Temptations, and Lou Gramm and Foreigner. She had 2 standing ovations, and from that, she's launched her career. So come see her at 2 o'clock in Bradenton. She has a band she brought down from Nashville. They're all Belmont seniors, and they're all coming down here to perform for us at the regatta this year. So keep an eye out for Bella Garland and Andy Purcell.
Del's tremendous. At this time, we do have a big new feature coming. Hugh Miller hinted about it. It's drones. How did we get drones to come to Bradenton? This is a first for the Sun Coast. They've never really been between Tampa and Naples. They're going to premiere here. Of course, everything with the regatta is free. A 10-minute show, and we're thrilled about it. How did it happen, Craig? The Pittsburgh Pirates in August had Sky Elements do a drone show at PNC Park in Pittsburgh after a Pittsburgh Pirates game, which they won. Amazing, which they won. I love the Pirates. I worked with them when I was as old as Craig. But anyway, that started it, and the first phone call I had with them are you familiar with my first call with Rick Ross, who's your VP of Sales, Sky Elements? Very quickly, I called up Sky Elements and I said, hey, we'd like to do a 10-minute show. You were referred to us by the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're looking for 10 minutes. How much? $70,000. And I went, is that $7,000 on the phone? This is the home, the winter home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Long story short, we got to a price that worked for you guys. It works for this event. You're going to get a lot of visibility, and people are going to get a lot of thrills looking at what you're going to do. Would you please come up here, Preston Ward, Chief Pilot and General Counsel of Sky Elements out of Fort Worth, Texas, and Tom McDougall, the president of Manatee Memorial Hospital, who sponsors this aspect of the drones.
Hello, everyone. We are thrilled to be a sponsor of this event because it brings together so many things that are important to Manatee Memorial Hospital. We've been serving our community this month for now 70 years. We view our service not only in terms of healthcare, but in terms of economic development, growth, support of all our communities, and support of each of the citizens that's in our area. Hugh Miller is our longstanding chairman of our board of governors, does an amazing job. We have 2,000 employees, 600 medical staff members, and we are nationally ranked with cardiac care. But most important to me is that we connect with our community on important events like this. When I found out about this show, we were going to sponsor the fireworks, and I thought, that'll be fun. And then I found out it was drones. Now, I have to tell you, I've crashed a few drones in my life. Some of you probably have as well. But I've been sitting talking with Preston, and I think this is going to be absolutely amazing. So, Preston, you want to talk to us a little bit about what to expect?
Absolutely. So just to follow that up, I have also crashed a few drones in my life. So I'm hoping not to crash any this weekend, but we are super excited to be a part of this event. The team, Mike's team, everybody has been working super hard to make this show amazing and awesome. I've seen the renderings. I don't want to spoil too much, but it just looks fantastic. We're going to have 200 drones flying on this weekend. They look like this. So they're going to be up there. Each one's got a light on the bottom. There's no cameras or anything. So it's just a light and a special GPS unit to keep them in place. So they're going to be in unison. Our animation team has spent about 80 hours putting this show together. So they've spent a lot of time just making it amazing. And the more I hear about this event, I am super thrilled to be a part of it. I've done a lot of things over the years. I was just at the Grammys, but I'm more excited about this event than I was the Grammys. So I can't wait for this weekend and for you guys to see the show. Thank you guys so much.
Footnote on the drones. If you look at the Palmetto Pier, which just is on our west side of the Green Bridge, that's where they're going to be setting up. And they'll start Friday morning. And they'll be headquartered there. And then they're going to be large and in charge Saturday, Michael, at 7:05, right? The best viewing, second footnote, is the Green Bridge. Because, Preston, some of your pilots have told me you're going to shoot in the western sky. This is the western sky, if anybody flunked geography in elementary school. But that's where their picture, that's their canvas. It's going to be in the west. So the best place, Green Bridge, and all our social media and all our marketing is pushing that location. That's the best view. Right, Michael? That's it. Listen, we are also thrilled that we have on the Palmetto side coming the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, and they might be bringing their former quarterback. I don't know, but we'll spin it if we want to. But they'll be over there with a fan activation. Of course, the Pirates and the Marauders will be with their fan activation on Bradenton side. And then also in Palmetto, just because I don't want to get in trouble, Joe Ryan, our operations director, has the United States Army and National Guard bringing out a huge fan interactive area as well. So we got to get to it right now, right? The heart and soul about what this is. Is Firkins Automotive here? John Gross? No. But Leah Brown's here. Leah Brown is with Charter Communications and Spectrum. They sponsor one of the races. Leah, come on up. And now it is the heart and soul. The heart is Sharon Weiner. The soul is this old Southern boy, Sam Weiner. The Powerboat Super League. Sam, Sharon, come up. Leah's here to make an announcement about Spectrum and Spectrum sponsoring the Mayor's Cup.
Thank you, Mike. It's so wonderful to be out here today with the 2023 Regatta. Sam, it's great to see you again. A few speakers have already noted the special relationship that we have between Bradenton and Palmetto and bringing this huge event together. For that reason, we are so excited to sponsor for the second year the exclusive Mayor's Cup, the SST 45 Championship, in honor of not only Jean Brown and Shirley Groover Bryant, but the relationship that we all have here together on both sides of the bridge. So I know Sam is going to give us a great update on the races, but for the Mayor's Cup exclusively, please be sure to visit us on the main stage at 5:15 on Saturday, and that'll be the announcement of the championship boat races along with Mayor Brown and Mayor Groover Bryant. So thank you for the opportunity for Spectrum to sponsor this exciting event. And with that, I will bring Sam Weiner up to share more about the races. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam.
Congratulations.
Always good.
Thank you. You can go last. Greetings. I don't know about the heart. I know about the heart. I'm not sure about the soul. Yesterday, Mike said you only need to do two things. One thing is wear your sunglasses when you're at the microphone because you look better in your sunglasses. So anytime I can make myself look better, I try to do it. The other thing he said was tell a funny story. Never done that before, of course. You only gave me 2 minutes on the program, so
You got a minute left.
I can't really tell a very funny story in 2 minutes. One quickie. The Super League, my partner Sharon and I have done since 1987, and we did Pittsburgh for 14 years, the Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta. And one year up there, I believe it was 1999, I was down in the area where the start was, and Sharon was on the judges' stand. And while I'm down there talking to a couple of drivers, this old man came up to me. And I thought, what are you doing here, sir? And he said, I'm Evel Knievel. I looked at him 3 or 4 times, and then I thought, well, he's had like 70 operations. Maybe he is Evel Knievel. And he had two 24-year-olds with him. And I said, and who might these ladies be? And he said, oh, these are my daughters. He said, I'd like to go up to the judges' stand. So I said, I guess you can. So I took him up to the judges' stand. All the judges were there, including my partner, Sharon Weiner. And I said, this is Evel Knievel. We'd like to say a few words. And Sharon said, and I'm Santa Claus as well. so that's how that went. But let me congratulate everybody that works on this project and has done all this work over 8 years. We've been here since the beginning with the Super League, and it's been one of the best events we've done. I think I would be remiss if I didn't say that the Super League has done 198 races since 1987, longest in the history of any club in the American Powerboat Association. And in 2 years, we will do our 200th race. So we implore all of you to keep this going for 2 more years, and we can celebrate our 200th race here in Bradenton, Florida. It would be wonderful if we could do it. The other item that I would correct Mike on is the fact there's no animals in the water in Pittsburgh. One of the years at Pittsburgh, we were on the judges' stand. Those of you from Pittsburgh, you know where the starting area was. And one of the crew people screamed, "There's a shark down here." I thought, oh my God, what's the chance of a shark being down there? And so I had to hot-foot it down to the starting area, and it was a 5-foot-long Ohio River paddlefish, and it was living. So we do have animals in the water in Pittsburgh. Some guests here that have boats out front, and I would ask you when you leave, take a look at these boats. There's 3 different boats. A new feature we have this year is the outboard vintage boats, which we've never had here before. These are boats that are at least 25 years old. They do not race, but they do go out and perform. We've got 4 of them be going out in between races to entertain the fans. We have, as a representative from their group, we have Mike Moscato's here. Mike, I can't see you, but are you sitting here? He's in the back here. Give Mike a hand. He is from Northport, Florida. He's got a beautiful Seabold boat that he's restored out front there. So make sure you take a look at it on the way out. Have some good news for you. Everybody likes good news. We have a larger pre-registration this year than we've had in the past. If everybody shows up, and again, we don't count our chickens till they're in the oven, but if everybody shows up, our big boats, Formula 200, we have 14 pre-registered. In the past, we've had, I think the most we've ever had here in the 8 years is 11. So that's going to be, if we can get all 14 of them out there in the final, that should be one hell of a show. In addition to that, in the Formula 200, 125-mile-an-hour boats, we have the 3 top points boats in the American Powerboat Association will be here, and they've never raced against each other before. So it really should be a war. Jimmy Kerr, he's out of the Detroit, Michigan area. He's coming. He's number 1 last year in points. Tyler Welch, number 2 in points. He's out of Minneapolis. He's coming. They have a brand new motor and rig. And our old favorite, who's done 100 and some races with the Super League, Jeff Reno, out of Okeechobee, Florida. And he is finished 3rd in the points last year. So we got 3 of them here. We've also got Mike Quindazzi here, out of Bradenton, Florida, and his wife Emma. He was 11th. He was 11th in the points last year out of 28 boats participating. So he'll be, and he moved all the way from Arizona to Bradenton because of this race. He liked this race so much, and at one time he was getting the largest tow check. We give tow money for distance travel. He was getting the largest tow check in the history of the Super League. Now he's getting the smallest one. So I'm sure, Mike, you're happy not to have the drive. So we've got in our SST 45 class, we've got Randy Parch here. He's out of Fort Myers. Randy, where are you? I see him clear in the back there. Give him a hand. He finished 5th. He finished 5th in the points last year out of 30 boats participating. We have 9 of those boats pre-registered this year. We had 5 last year. So it should make a good race. We're certainly hoping. And so with that, I've saved the best to last. One quick thing before I introduce my partner. I think it's very appropriate that I'm here for the drone show, because my partner's been saying for years, you drone on too long. So with that, my partner, Sharon Weiner.
He takes all of my good lines, doesn't he? I'm not going to bore anyone any longer. You've heard enough about powerboat racing. It's not the words, it's the proof in the action. Come and watch us. And just in case you forgot what other people have said, you gotta regatta.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sharon. Thrilled to be with you again. Very quickly, our thanks to LECOM, our sponsors, Manatee Memorial Hospital, Firkins Automotive. These people make it happen. Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, RTI Insurance, Budweiser. I got to mention Budweiser because DeSoto, you guys will be selling Budweiser on both sides of the river in a controlled manner. Big thing is, anybody, you can't have beer on the Florida's beautiful Green Bridge, and we'll be enforcing that. Pirates, thank you. Marauders, thank you. Safe Harbor Marina, SRQ, I see you here. Mark Stuckey, thank you for always being with us. River House Reef and Grill, of course, Hugh. Pier 22 in the Grove, thank you, brother. WBS, introduced to us by Hugh, thank you. And Bridgeley Key, Bell's, Whiskey Joe's, they're involved. And Grimes and Galvano, thank you. Spectrum, thank you. Media, thank you. SNN's a partner. We're thrilled you're here. Everybody turn their TV on early Friday morning because Fox 13 will be out here. For the Bradenton folks, you're going to be the background shot, but it's going to be on the Palmetto boat ramp. And they're going to be here for 3 hours with their entire Fox team. So we're really happy about that. Our TV is underway. As social media is really hot. There's a lot of buzz. And I'm going to end this before Kristen Smoyer gives you a little show and you guys will play. This is the Bay Shore Bears. And I'm an official member of the football team, right? Not too many people know that. I suit up for them. But anyway, Brian, come on up here, Brian. Brian's, we are so, you all should know, and it was mentioned quickly, just the effort that goes into coordinating the public safety for this event. It's a huge undertaking, and Brian, thank you, but give the folks just, I'm not that serious, or you are. Tell them what's happening.
Sure. Thanks, Mike. I've been one of the few to be a part of this with Mike Fetchko and Don Jelly from the very beginning and in year 8. But, the chief wanted me to touch on a few things. And one, we begin strategic planning for this event months in advance. This process takes place starting in about August. 2, we will provide a safe environment for every single person out here, but we'll also provide a fun environment. We want everybody to come and enjoy this event, but we want to make sure we have safety. 3, traffic. Traffic is a big issue in our town right now. We're going to do everything we can to ensure the traffic continues to flow. We've been in contact with Manatee County Traffic Management Team. They're going to have staffing in the center to keep the DeSoto Bridge flowing as much as we possibly can since we're closing this one. Our event begins at 4 a.m. Saturday morning and will not end until Public Works says everything is clear and cleaned up and we can reopen our town back to normal visitors and traffic. But we could not do this without partners from Manatee County Emergency Management, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, Palmetto Police Department, the fire departments, EMS. I could go on and on and on, both local, state, federal level. But of all the events we work, and this is probably our largest in Bradenton, this along with the DeSoto Heritage Festival Parade. This one is it's a family fun event, and it's one that we really truly enjoy working. So thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
I stayed close to him in case, Chief, if I ever get pulled over in Bradenton, I drop his name. Listen, folks, it's an honor to do this event for our guys. They're here. Our guys, Michael Dongilli, never goes by Mike. Joe Ryan in the blue shirt, the big Irish, Ron Wall, who flew down here and said he was working yesterday, but I showed up at the Marriott, who's a great partner, and he's in his swim trunks and flip-flops. He was at Siesta Key the whole day. And I'm like, we got a press conference the next day, bro. We love this event. We've done events with the 7th Fleet in the Mediterranean. We've been to Asia. We do power boats in North America. We blend everything in here. And now I'm going to look at the cameras and I'm going to tell you what you need to tell your audiences. This event is continuous, non-stop entertainment for everybody. Kids, adults, grandparents, concerts, kid zones, food festival zones. It's all here. And the power boats. So it's in the air with the drones, it's on the water with Christine Smoyer, and of course the F2s and SS245s, the vintage boats, it's all here. You got a regatta. Christine Smoyer, flyboarder.